And now our Saturday afternoon play, a moving account of events in the life of the great poet Alfred Lord Tennyson.
Half a league onward, all in the valley of death, rode the 600, forward the light brigade, charged with the guns, he said, into the valley of death, rode the 600, forward the light brigade, was there a man dismayed, not... How do they know I'm here?
Their knocking is ruining this. My cylinder will pick it up. It'll be ruined.
Well, close the curtains, they'll go away. Cockneys. You told them.
Well, I may just have mentioned...
To the odd friend, I know. Well, that's it. That's me. That's London. I'm off home. You want me to sit at this contraption again? You come to the Isle of Wight for my dulcet tones. Have to be next year now.
Next year? Next year. To be so famous, recognised wherever you go, I can't imagine what that feels like, my lord.
No, you can't imagine, and I'm not a my lord. Not yet, at any rate. All that palaver comes later. You must wake and call me early, Vicky dear. Tomorrow will be the silliest day we've seen for many a year. I'm a lackey and prig, Vicky, that sham and shoddy reveres. And I'm to be one of the peers, Vicky. I'm to be one of the peers.
Good heavens. 1885. Where has it all gone? Who knows? Perhaps when we're all peacefully together again on the Isle of Wight. I always think of the old days on Freshwater Down as the nearest thing to heaven I ever could imagine. You will still walk ahead and point to the sea and to the sky and touch things and make them shine for us and flash into our hearts as you have ever done.
Remember, Alfred, as poet laureate, justice does require, nay, rather she forbids, and I must stress this as your Prime Minister and your friend of 40 years, that the jubilee of our beloved Queen in 1887 must under no circumstances be marred by any tragic notes. You understand?
Oh, heaven forfend. Nothing less than the invasion of England would rouse you from your inglorious pipe. Hey, you're poet laureate, Alfred, not society's itsy-bitsy lapdog.
No, that's enough, Fitz. You presume on our friendship.
One day, Alfred, I swear, something or somebody's going to come along that will jolt you so awful hard right out of that stultifying complacency of yours, you won't know what hit you.
Poor old voice of 80, craving after voices that have fled. All I loved have vanished, voices. All my steps are on the dead. All the world is ghost to me. And as the phantom disappears, forward, far and far from here is all the hopes of 80 years. Right, I guess you won't like that then. Hey, you! Over! Watch out! Half a league, Cockneys, hordes of them, advancing across the island. Lionel?
No, Father, Hallam. I was wondering about this morning's post.
No idea. Probably late. Little stops and dropped ages, and their buckets and spades and sticky lollipops rattling off the ferry like I don't need another pillow.
For under your knee. Help the swelling go down.
Pass me the post. How is he, the beggar?
Doctor said no straining eyes today. Snoring like a pig by the scullery door.
Ooh, Her Majesty.
Empress Brown.
No. Commands, quote, suitable words for inscription for a small drinking fountain, which I am placing to John Brown's memory in Frogmore Gardens.
And no dogs. Go on, out, go on.
You see, whatever I write, the Weekly Dispatch will invite parodies from its readers, and Swinburne will have a field day. That's what they like to do to me. Newspaper men split me open like a pig. Gossip mongers, cockneys, all over the place.
Cockneys, Mr. Tennyson? But we do not have trouble with them here at Osborne.
Well, I don't suppose I should, ma'am, if I could stick 2 great sentries at my front gate. And here's a Christmas card company offering me $5,000 if I'll write 10 lines of my little verse. Oh, pass me that newspaper. Now, leave my tobacco and pouch there. It's just fine where it is.
Mr. Hallam say that you should...
Mr. Hallam is my son, not my jailer. Well, some might think the contrary.
Look at your leg!
Dear sir, like most literary men, I am subject to violent constipation, and I find your cockles pills of the greatest possible comfort. I am, sir, A. Tennyson. I'll shoot, stop that! I'll have the shirts off there. I said stop that woman. Oh, well. How can I take off my cocked hat and bow 3 times in the House of Lords? I don't like this cocked hat business at all. Just sometimes I wish I'd never left Lincolnshire.
You're just feeling sorry for yourself.
You're impertinent, nurse.
If I am not required to empty this bedpan, I am excused now.
He'll never swap Alby and Scrappy for out but the kingdom of heaven, and Alby is curate here. But if ever he now means to get higher, thou man tackle the sins of the world and not the faults of the squire, and I reckon I'll light of a living somewheres in the wold or the fen. If thou cottons down to thy betters and keeps the scent of thy scent, but never not speak plain out if thou wants to get forwards a bit. But creep along the hedge bottoms, and thou'll be a bishop yet.
Promise me you rest your eyes now.
Go.
That beggar, you're too trusting, you know. You know nothing of this man.
Middleboard, landing. Don't forget it creaks. My dear wife. Igor Castle Shine, new was his title.
A man who gets no closer to Scutari than watching our troops sailing out on the Solent from his ivory tower. Oh, well, please God, and you don't wear that great black sombrero of yours in the house.
Ah, Fitz. What am I going to do without you, man? Ah, Stuart, jackass. Quietly. Ah, God damn it.
Hark. Did thou hear that?
I didn't hear anything, Mamma.
Master?
Carry on. No, sir! No, don't get up. Did cook give you some...
Best grub I had in many a long while, and thanks to your honour, sir.
And there's a cot in the hut over there. I own a herd of sheep up on the down. The shepherd only uses it come lambing time.
Thank you, lordship, but I rest easier with my eyes on the stars. But I will take a breather for a few days, and your honour pleases. If somebody don't run me off, they don't like a one-armed man, sir. Oh, no, they don't. Cockalosh, see? You study my face like you would paint it, sir.
Chance brings you to my door. The 4th?
Everybody remembers the 4th. It fell to the 4th to win the only VC. Private Sam Parks. All 6 foot of him. Last I see of him, he went coughing his heart up into a horse trough on the Mile End Road. Died up to 20 years ago, he did. No, the 4th were in the 2nd line, sir, along with the 11th Hussars and the 17th Lancers, with a squadron of the 8th as a kind of reserve. We were in the front line, 13th Light Dragoons, as was. Long time ago.
And this is how they repay heroes.
God bless you, sir. And I've always wondered that through the years. Who are they? I says to myself.
Oh, this morning, that jackass of a horseman, your belongings were scattered. You dropped...
Having heard that the brave soldiers of Sevastopol, who I am proud to call my countrymen, have a liking for my ballad on the charge of the Light Brigade at Balaclava, I have ordered 1,000 copies of it to be printed for them. If what I have heard is true, they will not be displeased to receive these copies from me and to know that those at home love and honour them. Alfred Tennyson, August 18,055. Sir!
You've carried this with you for 35 years.
Oh, know it by heart. You keep it, your lordship. Coming home to roost, you might say. Oh, and begging your pardon...
Yes, what is it?
Cannon to the right of them, cannon to the left of them, cannon in front of them, volleyed and thundered, stormed at with shot and shell, boldly they rode so well, into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell, rode the 600. Is it true you only put in the someone had blundered much later?
Yes, it is true.
A few scraps from the kitchen, that'll do fine. Ah, the Navy's stopped its gunnery practice for the day.
So they have.
And begging your...
Yes?
Chance had nothing to do with it.
Oh, that's a blessing. The guns have stopped.
Mamma?
It really is too vexing, Hallam. The tailor has called to measure thy papa 3 times now and gone away empty-handed.
Do not distress yourself, Mamma. You'll bring on one of your headaches.
The back stairs. Really, Hallam, thy father is grown quite strange of late.
Break, break, break on thy cold grey stones, O sea. And I wish that my tongue could utter the thoughts that arise in me. Oh, well for the sailor lad that he sings in his boat on the bay. Oh, well for fisherman's lad as he laughs with his sister at play. And the stately ships go on to their haven under the hill. But oh, for the touch of a vanished hand and the sound of a voice that is still.
Break, break, break at the foot of thy crags, O sea. But the tender grace of a day that is dead will never come back to me. I knew I'd find you here, Father. I stopped by Fitz's beach hut.
Piece of ambergris. Look at that. Worth a bit, that, Lionel. Use it in perfume making, you know.
It was quite empty. No sign of his young fisherman acquaintance.
Lover, man, heavens, do you think I was born with my head in the sand? Boy was his lover. And I loved Edward Fitzgerald for the honest soul he was.
I know you did, Father.
And furthermore, it'll ever trouble my heart that my poem finally telling him how much I loved him arrived 2 days after he died. He always pestered me to finish my Tiresias, Lionel. Oh, for so many years, how he... And then when I'm... Fitzgerald was simply Fitzgerald, as thy dear mamma put it. She could not bear the sight of him and forbade him the house. But as in all things, your mamma's grasp of the succinct is nonpareil. He loved you as a son.
As you will, Father.
I managed to swipe the post before Hallam this morning. They're pressing me for this ode to the Jubilee. Oh, there was a letter from Ellen Terry. She writes glowingly of our old walks from Watcombe, the beacons and the chine. Why didn't you stop?
Ellen, how delightful. We were lucky enough to catch a performance before the company leave for America. Irving, as usual, looked more like the Cornish rector he should have become. Together they are sublime. Oscar has dubbed her Our Lady of the Lyceum and says he'll be quite bereft until she returns to the capital. We were invited back to Little Holland House afterwards. Everyone was there, and Bram Stoker had arranged this amusing...
Why didn't you stop? Was you riding that horse, wasn't it? You didn't think fit to inform your mamma and I that you were back from the mainland. I assume you took the trouble to tell your wife.
I'm sorry. I needed to be alone for a while.
Did you think I wouldn't recognize my own son?
I'm sorry. I understand your knee was...
Don't shout. Or that you simply didn't want me to see that you were crying.
I was merely saying goodbye to the island.
At breakneck speed. Fit to kill yourself. If you had so chosen, you mean. This post in India... Your mother and I merely thought you don't have to take it, you know.
You have Hallam, Father?
Hallam? Yeah, he was like a supplicant, not a son.
I met the permanent Under-Secretary at the Foreign Office whilst I was at Holland House. Quite by chance, of course. It happened that Sir Louis is a keen theatre-goer too. He told me that you had written to him. That you and Mamma were now worried about pushing me into the civil service. Nonsense, of course.
When I see society vicious and the poor starving in great cities, I feel that it is an almighty wave of evil passing over the world. But there will be some strange development which I shall not live to see. You must not be surprised at anything that comes to pass in the next 50 years. All ages are transition, but this is an awful moment of transition. I tried in my idylls to teach men the need for the ideal, but... You know, I feel sometimes as if my life had been a very useless one. You know, I've lost my nerve, boy. Sails are down, young bloods laugh at me. I can't seem to strike the right note. Lost the pulse. Poet laureate should be the spirit of the tribe. But which tribe, Lionel? I'm an old man, a Regency man. I belong to a different age, an age of heroes and great deeds. And how can I write eulogies to the railway train or epoxy drinking fountain? It's in here, Lionel, in my heart, all I truly wish to say, but I cannot form the words. Aye, I'll say it. I'm not brave enough to let them surface. You see? We can listen to each other when we want to.
Yes, Father. I see. It's not me you need to spur you on, Father. It's an Ellen Terry. And those glorious summer days were 20 years ago. You know? It was all so much simpler then.
Sea King's daughter from over the sea, Alexandra. Saxon and Norman and Dane are we, but all of us Danes in our welcome to thee, Alexandra. Welcome her thunders of fort and fleet. Welcome her thundering cheer of the street. Welcome her all things youthful and sweet. Scatter the blossom under her feet. Joy to the people and joy to the throne. Come to us, love us, and make us your own.
It's not very good, is it?
Out of the mouth of babes, eh?
Are you acquainted with Algernon Swinburne at all, Miss Terry?
Do you suppose that Princess Alexandra knows Bertie is busy canoodling with the Belfast Belle at this very moment?
Not even I knew that.
Actually, it's Mrs. Watts, but my friends call me Ma.
Ma?
Yes, it is odd, isn't it? Oh, look! The water has reached Lionel's sandcastle. I must help man the pumps. And the streets are not exactly thundering with cheers at the moment, you know. Coming!
What an extraordinary child.
She's 17, Alfred.
And newlywed. Watts must be all of 30 years older than she. Is it bad in London?
Well, there was some rioting on the streets, mostly baying for heir's blood. They blockaded Westminster Bridge. I was glad to get back to Mamma in Brighton. She's ordered extra bolts on the doors.
Edward Eyre. Fame, you see. In favour, out of favour. 20 years ago, a hero. Now, string him up. modern fame is nothing. I'd rather have an acre of land. Oh, I shall go down. I'm up now.
But my heart bleeds to think of those long, glorious, golden locks of Lionel's lying shorn up on the floor.
Eaton will knock that stammer out of him.
Oh, boy. Oh. Aloha!
Aloha.
You know, I could get awfully attached to those South Pacific melodies.
You are incorrigible, Fitz. I think it is Hoap-Lee takes your fancy, not his music.
Well, now, the exotic has
Yes,
always.
but before you make overtures in Hoap-Lee's direction, you must know that his wife is Queen Emma's chief lady-in-waiting, stands 6 feet tall, weighs at least 20 stone, has a black moustache, and will eat nothing but salt fish and something called poi. Thank God they're leaving today. For the life of me, I cannot deduce quite how H.M. persuaded Emily and me to have them here at Farringford. One moment we were discussing hexameters, when she suddenly mentioned an impending visit of the Queen of the Sandwich Islands and not having much room at Osborne, and the next...
Spit it out, old friend.
There was some talk of a peerage.
I knew a lord once. He's dead. What does Mrs. T say?
Oh, God preserve us, she doesn't and mustn't know. Gladstone has run out 2 inquiries still regarding my suitability, and his letter will take a couple of days yet to arrive. I need all of that time to myself before making such a monumental decision. You know, I'm having a bad case of cake and eat it at the moment, Fitz. By, but it's tempting to picture myself in ermine before others I could name. And Emily looks after the accounts, tries to shield me from realities. But since Mam died, there's my sister Tilly to take care of, and my brother Edward. Well, Edward's care costs...
If it's money, I can let you have some more. I have plenty of the wretched stuff.
No. You've been too generous over the years. And it's so tempting, Fitz. I'd be the very first poet to be given a peerage for poetry alone. How do I avoid trading in my soul, Fitz?
And here to the left, we have Alfred's rhododendron. Colours banked, as we can see, so as to bring vividity against the dark of the yew.
Quite breathtaking, ma'am.
You'd better not push me that way, Mr. Watts. The grass is somewhat boggy. To the right, I think, there is a slight decline.
Oh, good.
Oh, so sad. Alfred was forced to erect a fence. It quite mars our view. But there have been so many sightseers peering through the laurels and even in through the windows.
Yes, Mum, there's somebody running from the house.
Where's the master, Mum? I looked all over. Boy just delivered this from Orchard's post office. An electric telegraph, Mum, all the way from London.
Give it to me.
Oh, but it's addressed to
quickly. My spectacles. Where are my spectacles? The house. Run and fetch them. Oh, I can't see anything without my...
Here about the beach I wandered, nourishing a youth sublime, with the fairy tales of science and the long result of time.
Dropped off. What are they doing now?
I think they might be burying Hallam in the sand. When the centuries behind me like a fruitful land reposed, when I clung to all the present for the promise that it closed, when I dipped into the future far as the human eye could see, saw the vision of the world and all the wonder that would be. Here she comes again.
Locksley Hall. I was not much older than her when I wrote that.
And head over heels in love with a buxom wench called Rosa. Miss Terry.
Ma, please. Don't worry, gentlemen. We dug him out. Locksley Hall. Not half bad, you know.
Now, which is it perplexes you, Miss Ma? Is it that I wrote Locksley Hall, or that it's not half bad, or that I was ever young?
It's not finished.
I beg your pardon, of course it's finished. I finished it 25 years ago.
Here's a young man, embittered by a disappointment in love because his wicked uncle forces his beloved to marry somebody else with pots of money. What shall he do then? Will he run away to a desert island or remain where he is and be true to himself? So he gets all fired up and we're all sitting on the edge of our seats and then poof.
Poof.
Quite. We're left in a state of suspended animation. Not finished, do you see?
I see.
And you should cut your son's hair. They look like girls.
As I said, out of the mouths of babes.
Miss Ma, you'll be joining us for dinner, of course.
Here was a glorious sunshiny day. Hope you like apple pie.
Why?
Alfred's eaten nothing else for pudding ever since I've known him.
How long is that?
University days. You think he's a real old fuddy-duddy, don't you?
Well, a bit.
Watch your footing here. The cliff falls away. You should have seen Alfred in his 20s. The girls would have died for him. And a few of the boys. Tall, hefty, and swarthy dark as a gypsy. He had courage, too. Not afraid of a street fight. Sometimes that temper of his... Oh, never mind.
Courage?
When the Spaniards rebelled against Ferdinand VII in the 30s, Alfred and two others crossed the Pyrenees on foot as couriers with coded messages and money for Torrijos, the freedom fighters. Make no mistake, his English accent wouldn't have helped him if the Royalistas had caught up with him.
Had courage?
Well, then, he was hungry as a poet, you see. An idealist with a voice people listen to. Trouble with Alfred, my dear, is that he insists on wasting his time stumbling round Tintagel, looking for King Arthur under rocks, in hope of finding something called his tribe. And the truth is, the English don't have one. They just are.
And Mrs. Tennyson, what's she like?
Oh, Emily. Well, I could only quote another. That, computing moderately, 15 angels, several hundreds of ordinary women, philosophers, a heap of truly wise and kind mothers, 3 or 4 minor prophets, doctors and schoolmistresses might all be boiled down, and yet their combined essence falls short of what Emily Tennyson really is.
Again. Read the last 2 sentences again.
Please to answer the following 3 questions, Stop.
That's it.
What party, Stop? Whether you would occasionally vote if urgent questions state policy required?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Stop. Third, Stop. Confirm income large enough. Stop.
Oh. It can only mean one thing. But my lips are sealed, Mr. Watts. Oh. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Ecclesiastes 9:10, Mr. Watts.
Yes, ma'am.
Gimlet, Prince of Dunkirk. It's true. You'd have finished it too, eh, Alfred? If finals hadn't loomed.
Imagine, you could have been Edward Lear.
God forbid.
Lionel, Hallam, race you up the hill.
And this is where I leave you.
Oh, but aren't you coming in?
Good night, Fitz.
No. Good night, dear Ma.
Good night, Fitz.
But, my dear, how long has this telegraph been sitting on the hall table unopened?
Ellie, our guests are waiting.
Did you know about it?
Do get dressed for dinner.
I am dressed for...
We haven't changed thy dirty shirt. Go and change it.
Did you...
Shirt! Alfred.
Dearest.
Now, let me see. And the bags. That's better.
Dearest.
Shall we all bow thy heads?
Then said they unto him, Lord, evermore give us this bread. And Jesus said unto them,
George,
I am
did
the bread
you
of
see
life.
that?
He that
She
cometh to me
his
shall
hands
never
before
hunger,
me.
and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. We ladies shall now retire to the withdrawing room, Mrs. Watts.
Port, gentlemen. Vintage stuff, this. Stowed when classic canning died, in musty bins and chambers, had cast upon its crusty side the gloom of 10 Decembers.
No, Alfred. Intrepid explorer and all that doesn't make a colonial governor of Jamaica, do it? Chap might have marched across the desert.
Outback.
I can't think what the government is thinking of. The beast should be brought back to London to face a court of law and...
Watts.
Outback, then. To discover some godforsaken lake, was it?
I'd like some, please.
Malabar Plain. Great Australian Bight. Port, Major?
I'd like some port, George.
Granted, an old school chum of yours, Alfred, but the fellow's a bounder. Brought 2 Aborigines back to London with him. Strolled into the Athenaeum, bold as brass with them, back in 42, or was it 40?
Mrs. Watts. Quite. Liberality has its place, of course. Our niggers have been free since 34. But when there's 300,000 of them to 16,000 of us, well, give them an inch. Insubordinate, you see. Yeah, has to come to heavy hand, you see.
Excuse me, but I would like a
Certainly
glass.
put the jolly old cat amongst the pigeons now, hasn't he?
Well, gentlemen, this is what we in the South have been saying for 30 years. Set 'em loose too soon.
Well, you Yankee buggers can't be accused of doing that, can you?
Ellen.
Only by pride cometh contention, but with the well-advised is wisdom, Mrs. Watts. Proverbs 13, verse 13.
He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed, Mrs. Tennyson. Proverbs 20. I do beg your pardon.
Are they acquainted with the Dinecourt of Bayonne Castle at all, Mrs. Watts?
That's where they put on those ghastly historical pageants, isn't it? Awful people. I'd rather have a tooth pulled.
George Dinecourt Tennyson is our cousin, of course.
Ah.
And where are thee from, Mrs. Watts?
From?
Where? Where were they born?
Somewhere between Last Exit and Curtain Call in Coventry, Mrs. Tennyson.
Really? And how did they meet Mr. Watts, if I may mention?
Oh, not at all. It was all so romantic. I was in his studio in London. He suddenly kissed me. And I'd never been kissed before, and so, poof. But please, my friends call me Ma.
The boys appear to have enjoyed themselves at the beach, Mrs. Watts.
Oh, yes.
They quite overwhelmed them. Nanny had a deal of difficulty getting them to bed, I fear.
Oh,
Never mind. They weren't to know.
Lionel is really talented, you know. He insisted on climbing on a rock and enacting the entire duel scene from The Rivals, which he'd been reading with his tutor, apparently. No, by my soul, they drew their broadswords and left the lazy sons of bitches for the fray.
I must find time to have a word with Mr. Dakin.
Odds, flints, pans and triggers! I'll challenge him directly. I never saw such an enthusiastic youngster. Naturally, he cuts a somewhat diminutive figure as Sir Lucius O'Trigger, but if I ever saw a young boy know what he wants, you must be very proud of him, Mrs. Tennyson.
Oh, Mrs. Watts, I hardly think a boy of 12 can know what he wants.
I was 8 when I made my first appearance, Mrs. Tennyson.
And Hallam, what was he doing all this while?
Oh, Hallam. We buried him in the sand. Mr. Fitzgerald was unable to join us for dinner then?
Mr. Fitzgerald was not invited, Mrs. Watts.
Oh? He seemed a delightful
Mr.
man.
Fitzgerald is not welcome in this house.
Oh.
Mr. Fitzgerald is a vegetarian.
Ah.
As the good book says, he that walketh uprightly walketh surely, but he that perverteth his way shall be known, Mrs. Watts. And now, if you will forgive me, I must retire. The momentous excitement of the day has quite fatigued me.
Excitement?
News from London concerning my husband. Oh, naughty me. But you did not hear that, Mrs. Watts. My lips are sealed. I am not supposed to know. Thy arm, if thee pleases. Tomorrow I have a sitting with thy husband. We breakfast at 6.
6? I'm never up before 8.
Mrs. Watts, consider the difference between rising at 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. over an average creative span of, shall we say, 40 years amounts to 29,200 hours, or 3 years, 121 days and 16 hours, which are equal to 8 hours a day exactly for 10 years. 10 years wherein we may command 8 hours every day for the cultivation of our minds and the dispatch of business. With regard to Lionel, I must ask thee never to raise this subject of his theatrical aspiration with him ever again, Mrs. Watts. There are things about this family thee do not know, Ma.
Oh, what is he doing up there? George.
Go to sleep, dearest.
At last.
Step by step we gained a freedom known to Europe, known to all. Step by step we rose to greatness. Through the tonguesters, we may fall. Dum-de-dum, de-dum, 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 de-dum. Authors, essayist, atheist, novelist, realist, rhymester, play your part. Paint the mortal shame of nature with the living hues of art. Rip your brother's vices open, strip your own foul passions bare. Down with reticence, down with reverence, forward naked, let them stare. Yes.
Sorry.
You've quite missed breakfast. Do you think, dearest, that whilst you are at Farringford you could refrain from sliding down the banisters?
Don't be boring, Petal.
Must say, you seem to have scored a palpable hit with old Alfred. You're honoured. He wants to see you in his Sanctus Sanctorum.
His what?
Come into the garden, Maud, for the black bass night has flown. Come into the garden, Maud, I'm here at the gate alone. And the woodbine spices are wafted abroad.
And the musk of the rose is blown. She is coming, my dove, my dear. She is coming, my life, my fate. The red rose cries, she is near, she is near. And the white rose weeps.
She is late.
Maud.
Of which one reviewer remarked that the title needed to lose a vowel and it didn't very much matter which. You find me all right?
I met a young black servant of yours coming up from the dairy. She pointed the way.
Oh, don't let you hear call her a servant. She's her own boss. Time for a pipe.
A churchwarden? Isn't that rather old-fashioned?
I need a long stem. Set me beard alight 4 times. Welcome to my Sanctus Sanctorum.
I'd call it a shed.
So would I. I built it myself.
Do you always dress for carpentry?
What dress?
Dinner dress.
Oh, bless me, I forgot to change. Didn't go to bed last night.
Really? Oh, but the wall. These murals are beautiful. I didn't know you could paint.
Oh, daubs. Thought I'd work up a floral or maritime theme. It's a place to think, you see. Away from the family.
I do see. Could I have a puff of that?
What, a pipe, you mean? Well, why not? Why in perdition not? Here.
Thank you.
You do that often?
Yes. That's, interesting tobacco you have in there.
Yeah, sometimes I think that's all I ever really wanted. A place to stop the world so that I could simply sit and think. And set it all in motion again when I felt like it, like some gigantic clockwork toy for which only I have the key. Missy. Expected a couple more days to think something through. I'd reckoned without the wonders of modern technology, which hath somewhat forced my hand, you see. Do you paint at all, Ma?
Yes. But don't tell George. He'll insist on giving me lessons. Ever since I was little, I've had to amuse myself. Matinee days were worse because everyone was so busy. So, I would hide a big cushion OP side, and just before beginners was called, I'd sneak in behind the scenery, place a very big potato on the hot pipes to bake till it was all hugely creamy and delightful, and then snuggle down with some charcoal and paper and draw caricatures of all the grown-up actors. Some very rude, I'm afraid.
I'm experiencing something very like stage fright myself this morning.
I really do understand, you know.
No, my dear. You arrived at my house like a wonderful breath of spring air, so totally frank and unsycophantic. You've no idea how refreshing that is to a man in my position. But you cannot understand.
Mr. Tennyson, I know that in your eyes I am very young, but there is something you should understand about little stage urchins like me. Like all actors, we develop a hearing as sharp as a cat's, and we can catch the quietest of conversations over the most surprising distances. The beach, yesterday.
Oh.
To be or not to be a bespoke poet, no?
No.
No?
No. The question is, how do I tell my wife that at the crack of dawn this morning I hiked to the telegraph office and sent a wire saying no to the peerage? Well, for the time being, I'm going to stick with plain Mr. Tennyson.
My lords, this honourable house recognises the presence, and not before time, if I may humbly venture to say, Lord Alfred, Baron Tennyson of Aldworth and Farringford.
20 years, and third time of asking.
My honourable lords, I thank you most sincerely for this overwhelming display of welcome, and I'm genuinely touched by the warmth. Alfred, if you couldn't say anything good about my Irish bill, why on earth did you have to say anything?
I know what I agreed, Gladstone, but on Ireland and Protestant ascendancy...
Some tall tree of noxious growth lifting its head to heaven and poisoning the atmosphere of the land. Good God, what will the Queen say?
What, the Queen? Why, man, she's been nibbling at me from Osborne for months to try to get you to resign.
I'm almost afraid to inquire on the progress of Her Majesty's Jubilee poem.
Don't worry. I'll behave myself.
Oh, thank you. That is most reassuring, Lord Tennyson.
On your feet, beggar man.
What? Here, take your hands off me, woman. Have you
There. All the money I got. Take it and get out of here right now.
£5? Are you out of your mind, woman?
You just listen to me, you pig. I know who you are. Oh, yes. I know who you are, you hear me? And don't ever show your face round this good man's home again. You bastard. Bastard.
Lord Tennyson! Lord Tennyson!
Your Lordship!
Oh, Lord.
No, he didn't come this way. Just a few words, sir. Lord Tennyson!
He won't be in there. That's to double back to the earth.
Oh, my God, he's got some legs on him, hasn't he, for an old fella?
My Lord.
Lord Tennyson! Lord Tennyson!
Lord Tennyson!
Your Lordship!
Where are you?
Look, have a look over there.
Lionel laid up at Government House, stop. Slight fever, stop. Possible chill, stop. Doctor assures no matter for concern, stop. Attacks of this kind in India viewed in same light common cold, England, stop. Be assured no need uneasiness, stop.
My lord? My lord? My lord, they're gone now. I'll take that, shall I? I knew I'd find you here. Your sanctus sanctorum.
Little stops and dropped H's with their buckets and spades and newspaper men rattling off the ferry like a... I don't need another pillow.
Under your knee. Help the swelling go down.
Oh, pass me the post.
No, you don't want to look at it again, just now.
How is he, the beggar?
Snoring like a pig outside someone else's door, I expect. Don't worry about him. Him got his 30 pieces of silver all right.
6 months? All the while he was selling tidbits of household gossip about me to the newspapers. Bribed from the start. I hadn't the remotest idea.
Air in here still heavy with his takala stink.
Maybe he wasn't even a veteran of the Light Brigade.
Oh, he was that all right.
Tokalos, that's the word he used. What's it mean?
Believe me, you don't want to know.
Tell me. Seems I've been walking round blindfold for 50 years.
You've got enough on your plate already.
You recognised him, didn't you?
I know that one-armed man anywhere. What do you know of me? I've been with you off and on a quarter of a century. Wipe your head when you're feverish. Bandage your knee. You know what hurt me most of all? He knew I recognise him, yet he stayed right under my nose. Because he know he is safe as houses in England, no harm coming to him.
I want to know.
It was a fine day, that day in Jamaica. Someone came up from the beach with a sign to hold aloft for Governor Eyre to see us as he passed by. It said, "It is time for us to help ourselves skin for skin." That's all. Men and women were condemned to 150 lashes. They mix piano wire into the cat's tail to tear open that shiny black skin. Then they hang them. They hang my daddy in the sun. Sometimes they made us hang each other till we begged to be shot. And the most sadistic, brutal savage of them all was a one-armed veteran of the charge of the Light Brigade.
Well, Fitz, you told me, didn't you? That one day I'd be jolted out of my complacency. You were right, old friend. There again I stood today with the shield of Locksley. There, very woman, nurse of ailing body and mind. She that linked again the broken chain that bound me to my kind.
Raise a stately memorial, make it regally gorgeous, some imperial institute rich in symbol ornament, which may speak to the centuries, all the centuries after us.
I myself have often babbled doubtless of a foolish past. Babble, babble, our old England may go down in babble at the last. When was age so crammed with menace, madness, written, spoken lies?
Forward, backward, forward in the immeasurable sea, swayed by vaster ebbs and flows than can be known to you or me. Feed the budding rose of boyhood with the drainage of your sewer. Send the drain into the fountain, lest the stream should issue pure. Of this great ceremonial and this year of her jubilee, you the mighty, the fortunate, you the Lord Territorial, you the Lord Manufacturer, you the hardy, laborious, patient children of Albion, you the Canadian Indian...
Is it well that while we range with science glorifying in the time, city children soak and blacken soul and sense in city slime? There among the glooming alleys, progress halts on palsied feet. Crime and hunger cast our maidens by the thousand on the street. There the master scrimps his haggard sempstress of her daily bread. There a single sordid attic holds the living and the dead. There the smouldering fire of fever creeps across the rotted floor and the crowded couch of incest in the warrens of the poor.
Nay, your pardon. Cry your forward. Yours are hope and youth, but I...
Leave the dog too lame to follow with the cry.
Emily?
I opened it, dearest.
Suez Canal, stop. April 20th, 1886, stop. Regret inform you, Lionel passed away, stop. End very peaceful, stop. All possible done, stop.
My lord, as I was saying, it's just a cylinder mounted on a horizontal axle, and as uniformity of speed is essential, capable of rotation. It also has gentle lateral movement, and a screw thread is cut into the cylinder, and the cylinder itself is coated with tin foil, and the metal pin, or style as we call it, which is attached to a thin disc of...
Get on with it.
Yes. If you will kindly speak into this mouthpiece...
Well, you mean this thing?
Of the... so that your voice... a little closer, if you will, so that vibrations of the air from your... are communicated to the metal diaphragm, and the pin presses against the cylinder as it travels along. Thank you, my lord.
Half a league, half a league, half a league onward, all in the valley of death, rode the 600. Forward the light brigade, charge for the guns, he said, into the valley of death, rode the 600. Forward the light brigade, was there a man dismayed? Not though the soldier knew someone had blundered. Theirs not to make reply, theirs not to reason why, theirs but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them, volleyed and thundered, stormed at with shot and shell, boldly they rode and well into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell rode the 600. Flashed all their sabres bare, flashed as they turned in air, sabring the gunners there, charging an army while all the world wondered. Plunged in the battery smoke, right through the line they broke, Cossack and Russian reeled from the sabre stroke, shattered and sundered. Then they rolled back, but not the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon behind them, volleyed and thundered, stormed at with shot and shell, while horse and hero fell. They that had fought so well came through the jaws of death, back from the mouth of hell, all that was left of them, left of 600. When can their glory fade? Oh, the wild charge they made, all the world wondered. Honour the charge they made, honour the Light Brigade, noble 600.
Loxley Hall, 60 years after, was published shortly after Lionel died. Alfred himself died on the 6th of October, 1892. At his funeral in Westminster Abbey, the route was lined by an honour guard of Light Brigade and other Crimean veterans. Neither Gladstone or the Queen attended.
In The Visitor by Joe Anderson, John Wood played Alfred Lord Tennyson, Simon Jones was Edward Fitzgerald, and Barbara Jefford Emily Tennyson. Fiona Christie was Ellen Terry, Vivienne Rochester, the nurse, David Holt, Hallam Tennyson, Matthew Morgan, Lionel Tennyson, Simon Treves, George Watts, and Joe Anderson, the servant. Other parts were played by members of the cast. The Visitor was an above-the-title production for BBC Radio 4, produced by Bruce Hyman and directed by Andy Jordan.
I'm just me, and you're just you. But somehow, that's everything we need. I don't have a perfect story, no shining crown to wear, just a heart that keeps on choosing you in every prayer. You're not made of fairy tales, you're not some distant dream, just the one who feels like home in ways I can't explain. I'm just me and you're just you. Nothing more, but it feels true. No disguise, no in-between. Just the way it's meant to be. We don't need to be someone. We don't have to chase the sun. In this world so wild and free, you belong with me. We're not written like a story people talk about for years, but in every quiet moment, you're the one I feel so near. I'm just me and you're just you. Nothing more, but it feels true. No disguise, no in-between. Just the way it's meant to be. We don't need to be someone. We don't have to chase the sun. In this world so wild and free, you belong with me. Maybe we're not perfect, maybe we don't shine, but if you stay beside me, then everything is right. I'm just me and you're just you. Still somehow we make it through every road and every sea. Lead you back to me. We don't need the stars above. We already have enough. Simple hearts, one destiny. You're the one for me.